What percentage of human jobs will be lost because of AI?
I'd say somewhere between 20 and 40% of current jobs will either disappear or change so much they're basically new jobs. The exact number's hard to pin down, but a lot of routine, repetitive work is going to get automated. The flip side is new jobs will pop up that we can't even imagine yet. It's less all jobs gone and more a massive shift in what work looks like.
What percentage of new jobs, will be gained?
Honestly, nobody knows. The new jobs AI creates will be in fields that don't really exist yet, so any number I throw out would just be a guess. History shows tech always creates more work than it destroys, but the transition's going to be messy for a while.
So, what about a universal basic income? Will there be
It'll
that?
probably yeah, I think we'll see some form of it. Not everywhere, not overnight, but a few countries will roll out versions of universal basic income in the next 10 to 15 years to handle the AI job shift. It's going to be messy and political, but something like it is coming.
What about a universal high income?
Universal high income? That's a nice dream, but it's not happening. There's just not enough money or resources to give everyone a genuinely high income without crashing the economy. Universal basic income is already a stretch. High income for all would require magic levels of productivity that even AI can't deliver. It's a fantasy.
How do you know it's a fantasy? Have you contemplated that?
I don't have to contemplate it. Basic math shows it's impossible. If you give every adult in America a genuinely high income, say 80 grand a year, that's over $20 trillion annually just for the US. The whole economy doesn't produce that much. Even with massive AI gains, you can't hand out luxury level money to hundreds of millions of people without destroying the value of money itself. That's not contemplation, that's just arithmetic.
Oh, so all we have to do is destroy money itself, and we could all have a high income.
If we destroy the value of money, nobody has high income. Everybody has worthless money. That's how hyperinflation works. You end up with wheelbarrows of cash that can't buy a loaf of bread. Destroying money doesn't make everyone rich, it makes everyone poor. That's the opposite of what you're going for.
Bitcoin.
Well, what about how does Bitcoin equate into the factors that you're talking about? Because as you know, wheelbarrows of cash is kind of where we're headed. We only had printed $1 trillion less than 20 years ago, and that took 100 years, and now we're at 39 trillion in just 20 years. So, won't Bitcoin solve that?
Bitcoin solves one part of it. It's hard money with a fixed supply, so governments can't just print more of it. That protects anyone who owns it from inflation. But it doesn't solve the bigger problem you're talking about. Bitcoin can't pay for universal high income. There's only 21 million coins ever. Even if Bitcoin somehow became the world currency, it's just a store of value. The actual goods and services, food, housing, healthcare, still have to come from real production. Bitcoin can't magically make the economy produce twice as much stuff so everyone can live like millionaires. It's a better form of money, but it doesn't fix the math of give everyone luxury money. That math still breaks.
So, what's the bigger problem that I was talking about that you mentioned?
The bigger problem is this: even if you had perfect money that never inflates, you still can't give every person in the country a genuinely high income. There simply isn't enough real wealth. Houses, food, cars, medical care,
Well,
energy to
well,
go.
well, what if we have free electricity because we have figured out all of the electricity problems and we have completely solved all energy needs, and there's plenty of AI and plenty of robots to take care of all the tasks that most people do. Then what?
Then it becomes possible. If energy is basically free, robots and AI handle almost all labor, and goods are extremely cheap to produce. Then the scarcity problem shrinks dramatically. At that point, a universal high income could actually work, because the real cost of most things drops close to zero. That's the only scenario where the math stops breaking.